Well, howdy, everybody. Teresa here with...
Ready.
It is September 27th, 2022. It is Tuesday?
At 4:24 in the p.m.
Yes, so there's that. What was I going to say to you guys? Oh, I'm feeling a little tad bit under the weather. My allergies are really kicking my butt right now. And I cannot get my inhaler refilled right now. That's a big mess up with when they made Brad go on Medicare, and you don't get a choice, right? So that means he had to get off our insurance. Well, they don't just then make it where, okay, she's still on the policy. No, they made me take a new policy, which in turn cost us over what we were paying, a good $70. Okay, nothing you can do about that, right? Well, we didn't realize at the time that means that I have to have a new insurance card, and then we went to get my ad fare refilled, and they said it was going to be like $94. Normally it's $25, and it's because they started a new policy that means all new deductibles. And it doesn't seem like the prescription plan is as good. I don't know what's going on there.
It's supposed to be exactly the same. It's supposed to be.
But so I don't still understand though.
I know.
Because it was on a coupon deal, unless they're not applying that coupon.
Yeah.
Are they not applying the coupon?
I don't know.
That's something you'd have to talk to Harris Teeter about.
Yeah, and I don't know if Advil had the coupon.
Oh, I thought it
Or
did.
Advair, I mean.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Brad handles all the health insurance stuff, thank goodness, because, and he always has, so, you know, I'm just like, so he's been on, poor Brad's been on the phone yesterday with him, early this morning with him, and this afternoon with him. He finally got them where they would roll over what I've already paid in deductibles onto the new plan. But in the meantime, it'll be a week to 10 days before I can get my Advair, which is my inhaler, refilled. I do okay with it for a few days, and then, you know, there's a reason why you take it. But it's life. I will just handle it. I have a nebulizer. I have breathing treatment. I have a regular rescue inhaler. So nothing you can do about it. Nothing at all. So Brad is going to make his own channel. Did you decide on the name?
Not for sure.
Oh.
But, oh yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead. What is it?
Somebody...
Are you going to put the first two?
No.
No.
Somebody, a video that Teresa did several months ago, and I made a comment about my state, and this person, she laughed so hard she missed her exit and took her way out of the way. And so I think that I am probably going to call my channel name Delicate Flower.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. You know, another one I just thought it would be a good name.
What?
Bye, Brad.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we'll let you guys know if when he makes it. I'll put a thing on my community thing. It'll probably either be Delicate Flower or Bye Brad, whichever one he decides.
Yeah.
But you know, I told him he has a lot of different opinions, and he likes to debate stuff a lot. And quite frankly, I love him dearly, but I don't really want to hear the same story another time. And there's a lot of stories you guys have never heard. I want him to be able to have his viewpoint without me interrupting him. You know, he has his own viewpoint. I think it's a healthy thing. You know, and he loves true crime. He likes a lot of different things.
Somebody had asked about archaeology.
Yeah.
And I love archaeology. There was a channel on Spotify, and it was Eons, I believe it was called Eons Across Time, and it was done by PBS, and it was just absolutely fascinating. I was so disappointed when they only had one season of it.
Oh,
And then, I've had a lot of people tell me that I should write a book because of a lot of the stuff that's happened to me.
right.
Like getting picked up for armed robbery and
Yeah, see, those are stories. I told him those are stories. Of course, I've already heard, and but that way you guys get to hear the stories. And if we ever do have family members that are curious on some of the stuff, they can look it up later. That's initially why I started my YouTube channel. Was I thought, well, okay, as the grandkids get older and their kids or whatever, they might want to hear some of the stories. So yeah, he's gonna start. I think it'll be a good outlet for him. So I told him not to be nervous. You can just shoot it from the neck up.
yeah.
And it'll be. Everybody says he has a wonderful voice. He's been told so many times he should be on radio, and this is a good outlet. He's probably gonna do some reactions on some of the other channels, about some of the other channels that we talk about, like Doggerty Dozen and Shanny for Love, or Shanny for Christ, or Shanny Need Love, or Shanny for Christ, which is really dicey right now. Whoa. There's some other YouTubers that Brad started watching because I was watching them, and then you start following a storyline, and so then you wonder what's happened. And he has his own people that he watches too. And so I don't want you all to be afraid to reach out and talk with Brad just because we're married. I have no issue with him having female friends at all. He's always had female friends. He worked in a grocery store for 34 years. Of course, most of the people that work in a grocery store, like checkers and stuff, usually are female. So I have no issue. Don't worry. I'm not going to come hunt you down or anything. I have no issues at all with him, being friends with any of you guys. So I'm excited for him. It'll be a good outlet. He loves to do research. And, sometimes it might be a double effort where he'll ask me to research part of it, and then he'll do his own, and he'll have notes and whatever that he's going to use. So I think it'll be a good outlet for him.
Yeah.
And I told him, I said, voice your opinion on whatever, and it doesn't have to be my opinion. He got his own. God gives us each our own brain. We don't have to copy anybody else's thought process or views. That's the way I always think. Is God gave you your own very brain to use or neglect or destroy however you want.
Or all of the above.
Right. So yesterday, I think I told you guys I had a lot of energy. I think I used up what I was supposed to have today too, maybe. But I got a lot done, and I felt really good. I still feel good. I just got all this sinus stuff. I've been taking it kind of slower today. I can. But I started a hat. Because, I like to make my hats. I hadn't made any hats in a while because I've been making dog sweaters. If anybody's interested and wants me to make your dog a sweater, get with me and I'll we'll talk about it. You give me measurements. I'll give you a price. You'll pay for it. I'll make it. I'll ship it. Everybody will be happy. But I started a hat. This is just, this is just some leftover yarn, and then some other yarn I made a yarn cake into, and then I'm doing the classic diamond right here. So that's what I got going on. It's just a scrappy little hat, but it was nice because I like to illuminate in the evening something that I don't really have to think about. So I'm doing that. Please forgive all the sniffling. I know it's probably very disgusting sounding. I'm trying not to, but I also don't want to have it drip everywhere. It would not be fun. And I can't really blow my nose because I have a deviated septum from being punched so often. Thank you, ex-husband. And that's life. I think most of us have stories of some kind of domestic abuse or know somebody that has. All I'll say on that is first time McMahon hits, you get out now. Because it's not going to get better. But we all learn lessons the hard way sometimes. I won't ever totally regret that relationship because I did get 2 children out of it. So, you know, that's life. Beautiful fall day. Not real warm, but it's beautiful. The soybeans are growing in the field across from us. Brad asked our friend who does our yard. We pay him to do our yard. He usually knows most things that are going on in the neighborhood.
Yes, he does.
And that's all soybean, but it's all flowering right now, so it's very pretty. Got the yellow flowers on it. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna probably. I don't know if I'm gonna go in and paint or not. Oh, I know part of the reason the allergies are so bad too.
What's that?
Because yesterday I was digging through boxes and putting away stuff that had sat for a couple years.
Yep, all the dust.
Yeah. But Brad was even impressed. He's like, "Hey, your room is turning out nice."
Yeah.
I'm gonna ride the bike today, of course, and I'm probably just gonna kind of putt around, and do some stuff around the house, as in put away some stuff. I'd like to finish this hat. I'd like to get working on and finishing that diamond painting I'm doing for my friend Carol. Sherry knows about it. And kind of tidy up something, getting ready for the first of the month. You know, if I can afford it, I've got some shipping I need to do. Well, 2 packages definitely need to go out. There's another one I would like to send out. We'll have to see how much this will all cost. And I got in my crock pot. It's much smaller than I thought it was going to be. Could you hand that to me,
Yeah,
hon?
give me a quick second.
Of course.
I got a handful of garbage.
Brad's making potato and we just had some Salisbury steak that we bought that's inexpensive. And going to do some mashed potatoes and some kind of vegetable. Oh, and then after that I got to test real quick.
See, how come?
Let me see. Okay. Can you... It's the weirdest thing. Okay, I bought that crock pot off of eBay, right? Thank you, honey.
You're welcome.
I bought the crock pot off of eBay. So it come today, but it's not a shipping label or anything. It came from our local Walmart because it said your Walmart order has been delivered. Well, the only thing I still had that was supposed to be coming was coffee, and it's not due to come until October 1st. I try to pick up the coffee a couple cans at a time when I can find it on sale. We like the dark roast. So this came. We're going to open it. It's smaller than I thought it would be. Kind of wet. Did you spray? You must have sprayed water.
I might have.
Yeah. So anyway, it's smaller than I thought it was going to be. I don't know. I'm not buying any more. Seriously. You know, I don't want to have like a bajillion crock pots. You know, and I'm not going to be pouring candles all the time.
Not like before.
No. Oh, God, no. I'm not going to have dual crock pots like I did before. I don't know, this might be okay. We'll see.
It's a 2-quart, so.
But I paid $16.52 for this on eBay. And it said it was a used one, but this is brand new. That's why I've taken it out of the box or trying to, because... Oh, Lord. As I throw... It's not the size of a rice cooker. I don't know. That's pretty damn small for what I wanted. You know what? I don't know. It's pretty small for what I was wanting. You know?
What's up to you?
Well, I mean, I'm not going to buy any more. But I don't see where we would use something this small.
No.
You know, I'll just make it work. So yeah, this is a 2-quart brand new crock pot. Brand new. So I thought I was buying a used one. But it's nice. I mean, so I'll make it work. You know, I could get, depending on how I do it, I could get 2 candles at a time out of this, maybe 3. You know, and it probably doesn't take, one of the things that, okay, there's always a positive. It probably doesn't take that long to heat up because it's smaller. And I do have time to pour it. I'm not pouring orders or anything, you know. I used to have that timed out, didn't I, hon?
Yes, you did.
So that'll work. So it'll work. So, I mean, it's still a great deal for $16.52. Brand new.
Hey, if anybody can make it work, it's going to be you.
Oh, yeah. You know, I'm not going to be all disappointed or anything. So, I mean, I'm surprised that it was coming. It even comes with this little book. So all that. It's a Sunbeam. I mean, part of you thinks that maybe it would be good because it's smaller for just us, but we don't normally cook stuff that small, you know it?
No.
I don't know how to cook small stuff. I don't think I'm ever going to get the hang of it. I really don't. I need to take my, I was going to test my blood sugar while you guys are here. I need to test. This is the meter I have to Rely Premier. I'm going to have to get some more testing strips too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, well, we go through them.
Yeah.
He usually we use the same meter just because we can. You know, I got to put a new lancet on this too because it's old. So I'm getting out my wax strips, my testing strip, which are just these. Put in a new lancet because they get old. I don't change my lancet out every day. I change it once a week. So, you know. And yeah, we share the same needle and stuff, but we shared everything else in our whole life. So, I don't know. So, just the alcohol swab. I'm just kind of walking you guys through it real fast in case you haven't ever seen it. I use my pinky because that usually has really good blood flow. And it's the one that doesn't get used as much, so it doesn't have a callus or anything. So, and then I have blood. Then I'll put my test strip in, my meter, like this. And it times it out. Oh, 92. 92, hon.
Wow.
So, that's good. I haven't eaten anything yet today. It's 4:43, but that's not uncommon for me. I'm really not hungry, but I have to eat. I know that, so we're gonna have some stuff. I just took my old Ozempic last night. Part of the reason why I'm not hungry. So, and then, you know, it just goes back in its own case. And so it's nothing more than that, you know, it's like, it's good if you're hanging out with somebody, whether it's your husband, or your best friend, if it's another family member, that they know how to test your blood sugar. Because in the event that all of a sudden you're acting kind of weird, and that'll happen with diabetes, they need to be able to test your blood. Because like that, if they call 911 and the ambulance comes, that's the first thing they're going to do. Same way if you get in a car wreck or anything, now a lot of times they test your blood right away. So it's good if you have somebody, a child that's older and stuff, that knows how to test your blood in case you cannot. So, because if they test your blood and you're super low, they know why you're talking like you're a crazy person all of a sudden. And it's good to be able to use that for an excuse. Oh, I'm not crazy, it's just my blood sugar. Wow, you're acting really weird today. Just my blood sugar. No, I'm not crazy. It's just my blood sugar. It has tanked. I need food. So, I want to look up. I can't look up what I was going to look up because I'm using my phone for you guys. I was just going to look up that eBay thing. I'll make that work, hon. It'll be fine. I have to get out of the mindset that I'm not pouring massive orders.
Yeah.
I used to have a huge dining room table I had in my candle room in Wyoming, and it was set up with massive amounts of tart molds. And I would use 2 of the big crock pots. They're like 5-quart or something, babe?
I thought they were 8-quart.
8-quart. And I would have those filled, right? I would wait for them to get to the right temperature, and I would pour. And, I would pour a lot of candles and tarts at one time. I have to get out of that mindset that I'm not doing a business. I can just pour a couple candles a day and even wait for them to cure and then top them off and go on. So
you're not pouring for the masses.
No. You know what'll be nice for that too is as I'm pouring our own candles, is to use the label maker to label what kind they are.
Yeah.
So, because if I'm pouring candles and, okay, my candle is cured and it's always going to have a sink down. You're pouring your candle, for those of you that haven't poured candles, they're thinking about it. You pour your candle, of course they're level. Then you wait and you come back in a day or so and it's like it's kind of concaved in some. Well, what I call is topping it off. Now, for topping it off, I will usually not put a scent in that. I will top it off with just a plain wax, or I might add vanilla, So what it does to me is kind of seals in the scent of that candle until you start burning it too. Always too, if you can, get a lid or whatever for those candles. Because, a scented candle is nice, but the scent will evaporate off slowly, just in the room temperature air, and you want it to stay as nice and fresh as possible. So a lid or something, even if you have to put some saran wrap over the top, tightly fit, really does help. I'll be doing that sometime this week. I'm eager to go get in and pour some candles. I may go in later and put away. I have a utility cart full of stuff I pulled out of my bedroom and some stuff that was in the kitchen that needs to go in the craft room. I probably will go in this afternoon and put that stuff away, kind of ready my station to do some sewing. I'm excited to do sewing. I'm excited to do some candle making and stuff. It's getting to be that time. It's fall time. That's really when I like to pour a lot of candles and stuff. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and do that because I already have wax bought. You can use what I call your candle leavings, the little bit of candle left in your jarred candle that you just haven't melted. I'll take a knife very carefully, right? And break that all up, and you can use it in another candle. You can use what I call candle crumbs. I used to do this when I poured tarts. You'd always have some drippage. Sometimes your tart might be over full. So you would have all these crumbs. And I would take those, all the same scent, and I would put them in like a glass candle. And then pour an accompanying scent or like scent with it. And basically, if it was different colors, it gives a really cool, unique look. And I would do that also if sometimes you would only have maybe a few of your molds for your tarts, your wax melts. You didn't have quite enough wax left, so you would have just like a half-filled one. And also, I used to set up candles. If I was doing bakery scents, I would set up a candle where one layer might be vanilla, the next layer might be some kind of butterscotch or something, and I would just keep making layers. And that's always fun to do too. Just trying to give you some ideas. Candle making doesn't have to be super, super, super expensive if you really watch your prices. If you watch for, you know, don't be too proud to ask. If you go to church a lot, churches a lot of times, they'll never burn their candles down all the way. And so they're going to want to put out, you know, nice new white tapers for their candle, candle sconces. And so don't be afraid to say, hey, can I have those? You can take those, because normally they use unscented. And you just chop up and, you know, you get rid of the wick. And you can melt that down. You know, you're helping reuse something that's just going to go in the landfill. And, you know, you're saving yourself lots of money. You can always make a candle and give it to your pastor, your preacher, as a thank you. You know, or maybe it's a church secretary that's in charge of that or whatever. But you can do that. You know friends that burn their candles down so far, but they never burn all the way, and they're going to throw away that glass, and they're going to throw away the candle leavings. Say, hey, I would be happy to take those for you. There you go. You know, it can be economical as long as you really watch it. Try to get your wax on sale. That can be a big problem right now, is affording the wax. It's about the same cost as it is to buy your candles for me. But also my quality is higher. You know, and I get exactly the scent I want to get. You know, you can buy little bottles of candle oil at Hobby Lobby, and I'm sure other places, Michael's and stuff, or online. You don't have to spend a ton, because see, I have to get out of that mindset. I used to buy the 16 ounce or larger on candle oil. I don't have to do that now. I can buy the smaller ones. I'm not producing to sell, because when I had the candle business, I poured mainly to order. Unless it was a candle that I did. I had candle molds. And I did some glass candles. Usually I did not do glass candles to sell, because the shipping is so high on that. But, so usually my candles were already made. But my tarts usually were not. I might have a dozen or two on hand. If not, I would pour fresh. So my customers got the freshest wax melts as possible, and I know they really appreciated that. I still have once in a while get an email from somebody going, hey, you know, are you pouring yet? Are you back in business? I'm like, no, I'm not. You know, so but yeah, I'm kind of excited about that. We haven't gone and done anything. I don't know if we are this week.
I don't know.
We haven't talked about it really, if we're going to go magnet fishing, or I'd like to get out of the house.
Yeah, I would too.
In the next couple of days. I would like to go do something like that.
Yeah.
We can always pack some sandwiches.
Yep.
You know, pack some fruit.
Yep.
And go.
Uh-huh. That sounds like fun.
You know, I'd like to do that. You know, it's beautiful fall weather and stuff. Just because I have allergies doesn't mean I stay out from being outdoors. I'm still, and then you'll see the next day I'm just super congested, but I don't care. I'm not going to live like a boy in a bubble. I will not. It's too nice a weather. So besides that, Charlie's been a big love bug, haven't you, today?
Oh,
Charlie,
Lord.
have you been a big love bug? All over the bed, just, you know, happy, happy, happy. You know.
Happy, happy, joy, joy.
Of course, Jelly Bean's the normal happy Jelly Bean, and then Nixie is laying on the heat vent, for the central air and heat in the kitchen. She blocks it off. I kind of appreciate it because I get kind of cold where I sit. It blows almost right on me. She'll get up and her whole side will be just super cold. She lays there all the time like that, though. She just loves it.
Yep.
How I moved the weight bench and the bike yesterday, which I showed you guys, worked out really well for both of us. Yeah, Brad still rides the bike most every time I do. You know, he sets his own schedule, and it depends on how his body's feeling. But man, he's motating on that too. So yeah, on May meal we will normally, you know, we don't go super hard on fat and stuff, but we'll normally have kind of a relatively normal first meal, which will involve some carbs and stuff. And then later on, if I have anything else later on, it'll just be some vegetables and a protein. Last night I just didn't want anything. Neither did Brad. We ate kind of late. So, that's about all I got going on. So, Brad's going to be working on setting up his channel and everything. You know.
I want to make some notes on what I want to talk about. You know, so I don't know if the first one's going to be like a true crime or maybe some of the stories.
Maybe just an introductory and a story. Now people are going to want to know about the time that you got slammed up against your vehicle by the police. Okay, so you're going to have to tell that whole story.
He never did slam me. He tried.
Okay, anyway. See what I mean?
Love you.
The story about Brad being surrounded by police, okay, and them attempting to slam him up against the vehicle. This was before I met the man. He does not have a criminal record. But it's a funny story. It isn't anything he had done wrong. So, stay tuned for that. That'll be one of his favorite stories, and it is pretty funny to hear. So, you know, that whole trip for him was just, he should have stayed home in bed. He even says that. So, anyway, I'm going to get off here. I hope you're having a good day. I am. But, yeah, I'm having a good day. I hope you are, too. Remember, I love you guys. And I do cherish your friendship so very much. Thank you for everybody that's been commenting. You know, some of you people I had never heard. I don't know if you're new subscribers or not, or just people that watched me for years and are now commenting. I get that way too. Don't be worried if I watch your content, but I'm not saying anything, because a lot of times I watch from my TV, so I can't really comment, but I will usually send you a message later on. And, you know, so, remember, do I have something here? Let's see. You know what I hate? This darker mark. It's like an age spot. I do not like it. I do not like it at all. So anyway, I love you guys. And I hope you're having a great day. Right, Brad?
Yeah.
And remember, do something nice for somebody else. Do something nice for yourself. And as always, everybody say, bye, Brad.
Bye, Brad.
Bye, guys.